kasama po natin ang ating personal effectiveness coach and corporate communications guru na walang iba kundi si Ma'am Sheila Viesca. Of course, para sa ating Wellness Wednesday. Good morning, Ma'am Sheila.
Good morning.
Yes.
Morning.
Hi, Angel and Kikay. Good morning.
Hi, Miss Sheila. Good morning. Happy Wednesday.
Yes, it's great to be back once again discussing relevant topics that will help get us back on track.
Nako, Miss Sheila, napakaganda nitong topic mo. Career dilemma. To quit or not to quit.
That is
Alam
the
mo kasi
question.
sometimes kasi Miss Sheila, even if you find yourself in the job that you were, ang tawag dito, that you dreamed of, diba, since you were childhood. At some point, you will also find yourself na parang there's no room for improvement anymore.
Wala ka ng growth.
Diba? Oo. So, what shall I do? Diba? Should I quit or not? Yan, isa sa mga dilemma yan eh. Miss Sheila.
That's so true, Angel. That's our topic today, to quit or not to quit. And ang consideration dito is, it used to be that what's important is that we have food on the table, we have food in our mouth, we're able to look after the daily sustenance of our family. But now, at present, we're looking beyond that. We're looking beyond the fulfillment of these immediate needs because there are so many aspects of our life, like yung mental health, friendship, achievements na we realize matter greatly para mapunta tayo dun sa state of happiness or balance that will make us effective in whatever we do. So, ang gagamitin natin ngayon yung if you're familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, ito yung gagawin nating basis in helping our viewers figure out if it is time to quit their job or baka merong mga elements sa kanilang buhay na kailangan nilang i-quit before they consider leaving their job.
Mahirap nga naman kasi talaga yung nagde-decide ka, no? Na right on the spot. Diba? Hindi maganda sa resume mo, hindi maganda sa record.
That's so true. At bago mo i-prepare yung resignation letter mo, tanungin mo muna, why should you quit? Bakit ka nga ba kailangan mag-tender ng resignation? Definitely, one reason is that there are aspects of your job that you do not like. Pero sino ba namang tao ang mahal na mahal lahat ng aspeto ng trabaho niya? It's not possible for that to happen every day. Every job has issues. Kailangan lang mabalance natin yung pros and cons. So, meron ka dapat list kung ano yung what will make you stay or what's keeping you in this job and what's prodding you to consider leaving. So, dun sa hierarchy of needs ni Maslow, nauuna dyan yung physiological needs. Kung ano yung kailangan natin physically. Then there's the safety needs. Ano yung makakapagparamdam sa atin that we are in an environment that's safe and secure. And then, the need for love and belonging. So this has to do with our relationship with our family, affected by our relationship with our co-workers and the superiors, of course. And then, towards the top, yung issue or need for self-esteem. At the end of the day, how do you feel about yourself? How much respect do you have for yourself? Because that will be reflective of the respect that you have for others. And then ultimately, yung self-actualization, ito yung formula for happiness. Ito yung meron kang sense of spontaneity in your life. You're able to look at problems logically. Wala kang prejudice towards others. Meron kang certain measure of creativity and freedom to express yourself. Pero hindi yan nangyayari. Yung top of that pyramid, it's not going to happen if you're not able to address the lower parts. So, kailangan i-consider mo muna yung mga immediate. That's why it's good to have these questions pag nag-uumpisa ka lang sa career mo. It's good to evaluate pag nag-uumpisa ka pa lang dun sa trabaho. Pero pag medyo nasobrahan na yung mga responsibilities mo sa buhay, then our judgments can be clouded. So, yan. So, before I continue, ladies, question for you. At this stage in your career, ano yung pinaka-importanting need na nasusupport ng trabaho nyo?
Syempre, kasama na dyan yung mga nabanggit mo kanina, Miss Sheila, diba? Importante na number one, sabi nga nila, if you love what you're doing, you never work in a day. Pero, yun nga, sometimes you would reach a point one way or another na kahit importante yung ginagawa mo or yun talaga yung gusto mo ginagawa mo sa buhay mo. Parang at some point you'd say na parang walang room for improvement dito sa part na to diba? Tapos syempre yung psychological need mo sometimes kasi yung people will find themselves in a dilemma kung number one, hindi na sila happy doon sa mga kasama nila or mismo doon sa environment. So that's also major part of your decision if you're going to quit or not. Kung halimbawa hindi na healthy yung relationship mo with your coworkers, with your boss, 'di ba? Parang toxic na, parang yun na yun. Ako, for me, that's one point na parang, okay, it's time to consider kasi parang I'm not growing anymore as a person. Tapos, binibigyan, ngayon, lalo pa, may pandemya. Diba? Tapos, dagdagan ko pa ba ng katoksikan sa trabaho? Diba? Yung gano'n. Tapos, syempre, number two, financial reason. Diba? If this job is putting money or food on the table, and as long as I'm happy or not, so baka hindi pa ako mag-quit. Diba? Pero yun, I think those are some of the major reasons or factors that you would consider if you find yourself in that situation. Psychological, if you're really happy or not, if there's room for improvement, and of course, yung financial gain mo.
Yeah. You mentioned toxic, Angel, no? Yung litmus test dyan, nandun pa nga yan sa physiological Nakakatulog ka ba ng mahimbing pagkagaling mo sa trabaho? O
Ganong taong di nakakatulog?
ka ba ng mahusay? Or do you get easily irritated? Tapos may mga symptoms ka ba ng irritability or stress?
Minsan pagising mo, di ba, Miss Sheila? Ay, sorry. Minsan kasi may
Nakasimangot ka na Papasok na naman.
Papasok na naman. Gano'n.
And toxicity can manifest itself in ugly ways. So,
yes,
doon pa lang
that's true.
makikita mo na yung physiological effect of a negative or toxic environment na in the long run, it's not going to be suitable for you. Because you will not be able to give what you're supposed to give if you lack the sleep, if you lack the sense of balance or inner peace na kailangan mo to perform at your peak on a regular basis.
Totoo yan. Alam nyo ba, Miss Sheila, Tita Angel and Dina, personally sa dati kong trabaho, na-realize ko na talaga na, why it's time to go because yung environment, okay naman yung, you like what you do. That time, nung edad ko na yun, okay pa yung bayad. Pero parang the environment, na parang sinabi ko talaga na I had to sit down, and think na, do I really want to stay here in the long run? Siyempre, walang forever, di ba, sa ganyan?
Yes.
Parang, and then, talagang in-evaluate ko yung sarili ko, parang ako, no. First of all, parang hindi pa nga ako ganun katagal. Hindi ang dami-dami ng mga di ba? Parang, ang akin kasi mahalaga yung acceptance, yung acceptance sa parang kung ano ka, kung ano yung personality mo, tatanggapin ka nung tao. Kasi, right now, yung natutususan ng trabaho ko, yung passion ko. Kasi mahalaga rin yun sa akin, Pero syempre, alam mo naman, it's not always sunshine and rainbows. Kailangan ko rin ng datong, di ba? Syempre, gusto ko rin magkapamilya, gusto ko rin pakasal. Ako, syempre.
Mag-ipon-ipon.
Oo, di ba? Lapit na ako mag-30, 2 years na lang po. Ako, syempre, alam mo naman.
May countdown siya.
Good morning sa'yo, ha? Good morning, ipon na tayo. Pero, that time talaga, na-realize ko na, mahalaga yun. Kasi dati ang ko lang talaga, passion lang. Parang ako, I'm gonna do this, di ba? I need to have thick skin. Pero parang ako for my mental health, it wasn't It wasn't healthy. And totoo yung sinabi ni Michelle na it manifests the ugly ways. Ang mega kong tao nun, ha? Imagine mo, pagkagising ko, nakakunot na yung kilay ko, ha? Di pa ako pumapasok. Tipong gano'n na parang na-realize ko na this is not for me. And then, when,
Yes.
Sa'yo naman ako. Siyempre.
Tsaka Michelle,
Diba?
parang it is also, to echo also yung sinasabi rin ni Kikay, no? It's also important to ask yourself if you are serving your purpose, eh.
Yes.
Diba? If this, two-way street, eh. If I'm giving, kung nagko-contribute ba ako sa kumpanya na to at meron din ba nako-contribute yung company. And yun nga, yung purpose mo in your life, in society.
Yeah. Before being able to serve your purpose, yung tinatch ni Kikay doon, syempre yung financial aspect, and then yung sense of belonging when you are in that organization. Syempre lahat naman tayo nagtatrabaho para kumita. But money, of course, is not going to make you feel fulfilled in the long run. Pero gusto rin naman natin, yung kinikita natin will be enough for us to sustain a level of decency in our life. Ayaw naman natin hindi makapagbayad ng renta or ng
Siyempre, gusto mo yung skills,
that we
skills
only
that pay the
enough
bills.
to commute to work. Oo. Yes. So, and then once you consider that na you are earning enough not only to feed yourself, but also to enable you to pursue your higher needs, kailangan yung nabanggit nga ni Kikay, yung work culture. Is this an environment that makes you feel right? Do you feel connected with the organization? Are your values aligned with the values of the workplace? It will be very difficult to thrive kasi if you don't work together with your team or if you have a difficult time dealing with your boss. So, worst case scenario, ang nangyayari ngayon, yung mga employees who are not happy with their teams, nandun sa Facebook. Just to satisfy the need to belong, di ba? Yung social considerations. So, the workplace is an area that should make you feel peaceful, in harmony with your surroundings. Pero ayaw naman natin na wala tayong kausap. So, almost all work require that we talk to people, that we interact. So, yan ang kagandahan ng teamwork. But if you don't feel you belong and you are frowned upon or everybody is talking behind your back, eventually that system will eat you up. Ganun na rin yung gagawin mo. It's counterproductive.
Pangit yung feeling,
Oo.
Yes.
Tama ka dyan, Ma'am Sheila. Go ahead.
Yes, Rina.
Yung sa akin naman, Ma'am Sheila, I just want to share kasi I started then young, 18 sa sportscasting. But at the stage right now in my life, what I wanted is also self-growth, no? As you've mentioned, yung pinaka-topmost. Parang you wanted to something na out of your box, eh. Parang kasi before I was just doing sportscasting. But eventually, right now, I'm given this break na parang to be able to host a morning show, no? Something new, parang self-growth also for me because I don't want to be stagnant also in myself, di ba? Parang it's a self-fulfillment on your part also na parang you're doing something else more than the sports, di ba? So you're doing something else. And aside from that, yung worthiness mo as a person, you can see also that kapag may growth ka, dun sa iyong career. I also wanted something na, my kids, my future kids will be proud of me when they look at me. Oh, that's my mother, parang gano'n. So something like that, yung for me.
Yeah.
And of course, yung financial comes in, of course, because we also have to support the family.
Totoo ka dyan.
Maganda yung point ni Rina, no? Kasi that's what we're looking for. When we talk about the ideal job, it's really about getting to that point now. You respect yourself enough, you respect others because of the accomplishments that you have, the recognition that you have that make you feel right. being in that situation kasi may mga relevant accomplishments ka. You know that that you're doing something meaningful and you feel like you are your own person in that job. Ang it empowers you to achieve more, and that feeling of confidence makes you appreciate the other areas of your life. Ang dami mo palang pwedeng magawa, ang dami palang pwedeng matulungan, ang dami palang opportunities to expand yourself and discover other potentials in you. So we all want that kind of situation. Kaya nag-uumpisa tayo sa mga initial questions. Will there be job security? Maayos ba yung pagpasok ko sa opisina? Masaya ba ako sa trabaho? Because we eventually gain that self-esteem that makes us feel right being in that situation, and then we end up doing right things by making the right decision.
Ma'am Sheila,
So, Miss Sheila, ay, sige, go ahead, Rina. Go ahead.
I just have a question. No? But for us right now, especially yung mga healthcare workers natin in this time of pandemic, you've mentioned about the Maslow's hierarchy, diba? What if they wanted their job, but the thing is that yung safety needs nila, hindi nila na-accomplish yon. So lahat ng nandun sa Maslow's hierarchy of needs, nandun yon, but except for the safety needs, no? So how they will handle it? How will they handle it? Parang will they quit or not to quit? Kasi yung safety needs, hindi nila na-meet eh.
Yeah. By safety, you mean financial safety or
Pati health-wise.
Health-wise, life.
Health, yes.
Health.
Kasi they are being exposed in the virus.
Yeah. Ang maipapayo ko dyan is, huwag nyo namang iasa lahat sa trabaho nyo. Yung pwede nyong gawin sa buhay. Like, if it is health issues, then inasa mo sa trabaho. In the first place, nakapag-sign up ka na ba? Are you able to look after whatever you need to consider to secure yourself and to make sure that your environment is safe and that you are healthy? Kasi kahit anong meron dyan sa trabaho mo, if you're not able to take care of yourself, medyo mahirap yan. Like, even that sense of balance and accomplishment, hindi rin natin pwedeng iasa sa trabaho natin yung security financially. Kung ang dami-dami mong utang, kung maya't maya may bago kang bag or nagsha-shopping ka online on a regular basis, when you know very well that your salary will not be enough to pay for them. O medyo malalaki yung purchases mo pero marami kang mga inaasikaso, hindi ka talaga matatahimik.
Not living
You'll
within
always
your
be
means.
stressed out. Oo. So, maraming areas of our life na affected nung trabaho natin. Pero marami rin tayong magagawa beyond what we're doing to manage our life. And then once we do that, we can look at our situation with better clarity and decide kung ano ba talaga yung kailangan nating gawin. And if it is indeed the job that you're doing, if you don't really love what you're doing, kasi ultimately, yun yung key to happiness, to love what you are doing. Pero if everything in your system is telling you, hindi ito yung gusto kong gawin, because definitely, according to Maslow during his time, 1% lang daw ng mga adults ang nakaka-reach yung level of enlightenment and happiness na yun. Siguro sana naman ngayon medyo marami. Pero naglalaro pa rin dun sa 1% na yun. And if you're one of those who have truly figured out na hindi ito yung trabaho para sa'yo, kailangan din ayusin mo yung mga decision mo. Huwag ka lang aalis, bigla-bigla. And if you have to leave, you don't need to badmouth the company. You don't need to
mahalaga
don't
yan.
burn bridges.
Oo.
Kasi you never know if this fellow employee will be your superior in the next firm, o kaya kailangan mo na recommendation from your boss. So always make sure that you maintain your good social relationships kahit hindi ito yung naranasan mo. Be the better person. Diba sabi nga
Miss Sheila, sige, go ahead. Go ahead po.
If they go low, you go high.
Yes, tama
I
po.
love
Tama
that.
yan.
Bounce
Oo.
back.
Miss Sheila, I have very, very quick question lang before we wrap up. Kasi when you identify all of those factors that you've mentioned already and you're in that situation, what else can you do to be able to remove yourself in that situation? Kasi sometimes, like for example, I would listen to podcasts or TED Talks about mind setting. Diba? So I've learned before that sabi nila na it is important that you tell yourself that you don't tell yourself, I have to. Diba? Like, for example, I have to work out, I have to do, etc.
Yeah.
So, it's important daw po na to set your mind that you get to work, diba? You get to do this, you get to, etc. Diba? Instead of
Oo
telling
yan.
yourself that I have to. So, parang if you're being asked if your cup is full or half, you say, I'm thankful I have a cup, something like that.
Yes. Oo. Definitely our mind is our most powerful tool. Kaya anything that will condition you to feel better about yourself and your situation will help you approach any potential problem or current problem with better clarity on what to do. So kung meron kang opportunity to listen to audiobooks or yung podcast that will make you feel better about yourself, allow you to think straight, maganda yun. Kasi kung clouded yung judgment mo, hindi ka makakapag-decide. And maybe that homeostasis, yung sense of balance that we're talking about in the physiological state, hindi yan makukuha sa nakapaligid sa'yo. Internal talaga yan. Iko-condition mo yung sarili mo. Baka meron kang mga hobbies na nakaligtaan. Baka yung social exposure mo pag nagko-commute ka lang or pagdating mo sa trabaho, wala ka ng opportunity to talk to your colleagues and be nice to them. So, apart from those meaningful exposures to positive learning, pwede mong tigilan yung pakikipagchismisan, talking about negativity.
Kasama ka pala sa sistema, di ba?
Oo. Alam mo naman na wala kang magagawa. Kahit i-decode mo pa ng araw-araw kung bakit siya nagkaganon, that's his own problem. Kaya naman HR, di ba? And if there are matters that you can raise with HR, then go for that. And then try to foster good relationships with your colleagues. Kasi if you are indeed in that stage na gusto mo na talagang mag-quit, kailangan naman maganda yung pag-alis mo. Also, do not quit kung wala ka pang potential new job.
Exactly. Mahirap yung nababakante,
Yes.
no?
Oo, di ba? Self-esteem
Ayun na nga
is
yun.
one of the needs. One of the top needs. Medyo magsasuffer yung self-esteem mo kung naghahanap ka ng trabaho tapos wala kang fallback.
That happened to me. It was terrible. Diba? Parang nawawala ka sa nawawala ka in the zone, Parang yung parang yung goals mo sa buhay. Exactly, yung focus mo sa buhay parang nalilihis kasi wala kang ginagawa.
Sabi mo daw kasi take the leap eh.
Yeah. Kasi ang dyan, you don't want to feel empty and desperate. Baka naman yung pupuntahan mo, mas malala pa sa inalisan mo. Kaya kailangan din natin ng balancing act. And when it's time to leave, kasi nakahanap ka na ng mas magandang opportunity that will allow you to be the better person, to discover yung mga potentials mo, meron ka ng magandang opportunity, then be able to talk to your superiors. Kung may kailangan kang i-endorse mo. And if it is needed that you stay for a few more weeks, up to a month, i-consider mo. Kasi mahirap namang umalis sa trabaho na they resent your leaving dahil marami kang naiwan. Hindi, it will also not feel right. But do ask yourself, do I need to quit or not? When you are already being pushed against the wall. Kasi mas maganda mag-open ng panibagong chapter instead of forcing yourself into a chapter na kailangan na talagang tapusin.
Totoo. Napakaganda na, napaka-deep nun, Miss Sheila, ha? I love it.
Gracefully.
Oo. Tsaka pwede naman kayo maging
Just
friends,
don't-
diba?
Oo, don't close the book. Just turn the page.
Yes. Mag-move on ka na sa next
Oo.
chapter,
Chapter.
diba? Pero mong kalimutan yung mga nakaraang kwento, of course.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Sheila, ha? Para sa
Oo.
iba pang mga
Yeah,
para
and
sa iba
everything
pang... Yes.
Everything goes in full circle, ha? So,
Yes.
yeah. So, kailangan talaga yung mga ganyan. Be thankful, be a good person all throughout. To the best of your ability,
Great.
choose the right path.
Mm-mm.
And you'll never go wrong. Thank you, Miss
Yes.
Sheila, ha? Para sa ating mga kasangbahay
And
na,
thank you.
na gusto pang mag-engage sa mga gantong meaningful discussions, of course, with Miss Sheila. How do they get in touch with you? And ano ba yung inyong mga social media pages ng Talk Shop?
Yes, thank you, Kikay. So we have communication and leadership coaching on a regular basis for individuals and corporations. They can reach us at 0917-877-5588, 0917-894-5588, our website, talkshop.ph, and social media pages, Talkshop Consultancy, or they can chat with me at Sheila Viesca on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Naka-Instagram na.
O, di ba?
Yeah,
Pwede
o,
ka nang
diba?
i-follow ngayon, di ba? Siyempre.
Oo. Yes, but in the end, ang ang maipapayo ko dun sa mga nagko-consider na umalis or magstay, always be the best person whatever you're doing. There's no excuse. That should never ever be compromised. Whatever you're able to do well, your next move is to excel. And hopefully you land the job that will allow you to do that on a constant basis.
Napakaganda nun, ha? I needed to hear that. That was very enlightening, di ba? Thank you, Miss Sheila, ha? I'm sure marami ang nakinabang sa ating topic ngayon, ha?
Yay!
Should you stay or should you
Yeah.
go? That is the question.
Correct. And thank you very
Thank
much,
you, Miss
ladies,
Sheila.
for your intelligent insights. Angel, Kikay, Rina, always a pleasure to be here with you on our Wellness Wednesday.
Same here.
Siyempre.
Thank you.
Next time ulit, ha? Gusto ko yung mga ganyan mga usapan natin sa hashtag
Thank you
Wellness
po.
Wednesdays. Thank you, Miss Sheila.
Take care, Ma'am
Bye.
Sheila.
Thank you.